All right, we are back here with another great hip hop conversation with an up and coming hip hop artist. He has a really dope, laid back style, super descriptive. It's very fly, lyrical, good music to ride around to, good music to just smoke and chill to, good music for a lot of different situations. This artist goes by the name of the Musalini, and he is here with us to talk right now. Musalini, thank you very much for taking the time to do this.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you having me on the show, man. I appreciate you taking your time out, you know what I mean, to spread the word about your boy Moose. You feel me?
Absolutely, man. I heard you first from listening to G4 Jag, doing some research for an interview I did with him. I think the first song I heard was Love Kills, and I just really enjoyed the vibe of you two on the track, how you kind of complement each other, him with the deep voice and his style, and you with your style. It's a great combination, Scriptures in the Sky, great project you guys have together. Um, that's how I discovered you. And, I just been listening to a lot of the new stuff you put out. You staying busy, putting out, collaborative projects and solo projects. So let's talk a little bit about your start in hip hop, how you started rapping. So you're from New York City, right? Uptown area.
Yeah, I'm from New York City, born and raised in the city from the Washington Heights. You know what I mean? That's like uptown Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was my family's was Spanish Dominican, That's my ethnicity. I'm 100% Latino. But yeah, I was raised in New York City, man. So that's all I know is that real hip hop, from Big Daddy Kane, the
Mm.
Rakim, you know what I mean, to Pete Rock and all the legends and shit like that. So
Awesome,
definitely.
bro. Speaking of Pete Rock, I just got a Pete Rock vinyl in the mail today, right before we started this. So
Shout out to the
instrumentals
God.
three, you know the vibe for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Make sure you get three of mine though. For every other vinyl you get, you gotta get three of Moose's vinyls. Yeah.
Hey, I'm waiting for that one. I thought it was that one. I was like, oh damn, I'm about to get it right before the interview. That would be dope. But we'll have that one soon. Speaking of new stuff, you have a new project coming out, and also you dropped a new video like an hour ago. Is that right?
Yeah, I just dropped the video off my Return of the Auto album featuring my artist Izzy Hot. That's like that's probably like the third or fourth video of Return of the Auto. Most likely it's the last single we released off that album. That was one of my solo projects that I dropped on 2020,
Mm-hmm.
produced by Calico. So, we just giving the people one more off that album because I think that was one of the best albums actually to drop last year in 2020. You
Yeah,
know what I
man.
mean? So,
I've been digging into a lot of it recently, and that song Peach, I love that one to kick it off. Right after the intro, that's fire. Speaking of Pete Rock, it's got that type of sound and vibe to it. Speaking of new stuff, new project coming out on the 26th, if I'm not mistaken, with
yes, sir. On the 26th, No Squares in My Circle, starring me and my bro O Finess. Shit's a movie. It's gonna be another classic. It's almost like a spinoff of Return of the Auto, but it's co-starring my partner in crime,
co-starring.
O
Nice.
Finesse. Yeah.
Yeah, the artwork, your artwork in general is awesome, but this one it really has like a throwback feel, and it looks like it's cinematic for sure.
Now, yeah, the project is a movie for sure, and for as far as artwork, I try to stand out as much as I can, and just make my artwork as unique and just a reflective as the project, whatever the theme for the project that we going for,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever's the image that we going for this project. And my boy Huey P, he's a problem with the art. He did the artwork for me. Shout out to Huey P.
Yeah, I follow him. I see a lot of the people he's done some stuff for. Really, really dope stuff. And yeah, the new cover looks really dope. Like I said, cinematic, and I'm excited to hear it. Hopefully, maybe we could get some versions that we could play on the show, some clean versions. If not, I'll clean it up. I'll do my thing. But
Got you, got you,
that
got
would
you.
be dope. Um, so start. Let's talk about more your start in rapping and in hip hop. How did you start rapping? You obviously have a very unique style and flow. So talk about that, developing that. Did you kind of have that from the jump? I just kind of want to know all about that.
Yeah, I mean, my sound was definitely developed throughout the years. Um, I've been rapping on and off for a long time since I was like probably like 16 or whatever the case should be. But when I started taking it serious is when I started focusing on the direction I wanted to go in as an artist, you feel me? Because I feel like nowadays a lot of artists all sound either they sound the same, they look the same, they dress the same, they
You ain't
talk the
kidding.
same, their personality is even the same, to be honest. So
Yes, sir.
I was
Yep.
like, if I'm gonna take rap serious, I gotta find an angle, or I gotta develop a sound that I feel comfortable with, that don't sound really like, or you can't be like, oh, he's trying to sound, no, I'm trying to sound just like me. So that's what I did. I just got in the lab, just started creating. And once I felt like I knew what I wanted to bring sound wise to the game, that's when I started really turning up and taking it more serious and dropping more projects and, just attacking the market. You feel me? Because I feel like originality is real important in hip hop. You got to be like
Much
a breath.
needed right now.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a breath of fresh air, even though I feel like, people sleeping, they sleeping and they slowly, like, I feel like my sound is like, my music is like, it's almost like, I feel like when people get a whiff of it, like they just need a little whiff of it, it's addicting because it's like a sound people's never heard. So I feel like, people sleeping, but at the same time, individuals like you and a lot of legends been reaching out because of the sound, you feel me, trying to work
Mhm.
with me, and that shit really opened my eyes. Like, you know what I mean? I got something in my hands that I really gotta take to the next level, you feel me?
For sure, man. And I'm a guy, I'm a DJ, but obviously you could see some vinyls here. I love projects, listening to the thing start to finish, getting the whole vibe. It's a movie, you know what I mean? I hate when people say they put on an album and then they put it on shuffle or something like that. You don't do that with a movie. You don't watch the movie out of scene. So you got to experience it, the project front to back like that. And you definitely have that unique sound throughout the project. You definitely have a variety of beats and styles that you get on and do it, and it's refreshing, like you said, a breath of fresh air.
Nah, yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate the love, man. Where's the show at? Where is it? Where are you broadcasting from?
So I'm in Cape Cod right now. I'm originally from Long Island, New York, but we're up here. My family has a restaurant. We're making the New York pizza, the good stuff up here,
Okay, okay,
bringing
okay.
that style and that
Nice.
flavor. But I'm on a local radio station up here that broadcasts, to Cape Cod and also online. It's called Flavor in Your Ear Radio, and we're just trying to bring that real back. Real lyrics, real producers, just all good music. And I really started DJing just a few years ago, so I've really just been trying to perfect and understand my library and stuff to get people moving in the clubs like that. So since this whole quarantine has been happening and COVID, obviously we haven't been able to do that DJ on clubs. So I've been doing a lot more digging, and the underground scene has a lot going on. It's something that I wasn't tapped into very heavily, but Griselda kind of helped kick that back into start a little bit, and then meeting up with G4 Jag and doing more research, man, there's a lot of good artists who are doing it out here.
Yeah, it's like a little, like, not a little, it's like a renaissance period right now we're going through. It's like a new renaissance of hip hop.
I
You
agree.
know, it's like, is a balance coming back to the game. It's bringing a balance back. The underground
Much
is,
needed balance. Hell yeah.
yeah, much needed balance, and the game is looking good right now. We got a lot of, like you said, a lot of new artists is underground, making good music, and I feel like, with the whole not being able to tour and not being able to do shows and shit, is actually helping artists like us, because what I mean, fans can't really just be in the club now just jumping around. Now you gotta actually be listening to some good music to get you by
Exactly.
your
You
regular,
have some
your
time to
regular day
kill.
by day. Yeah.
Yeah, you have time
So
to kill. You can't just be listening to the same stuff. And
yeah.
like I said, your music, you have a good variety, so you can put it on in a lot of different places. So I'm excited to do that more for sure. You spoke about legends reaching out. When I was first listening to you, I was like, man, what would he sound like on a Statik Selektah joint? And as I was doing some research, doing some scrolling on Instagram, it looks like you've worked with him. You were in his studio. So talk about what that experience was like and what we might be able to expect.
Yeah, Statik. I met Statik. My big bro, Planet Asia, took me to Statik Selektah studio. Every time he come to New York City, Planet Asia always calls me, and we always, always running around New York going crazy and shit. And likewise, when I'm in Cali, I call Planet Asia, and he shows me the same love. So, he took me to the studio. I met Statik Selektah. Statik played some beats for us, and next thing you know, I was rapping on the Statik Selektah beat, and the song came out very, very fire. We did it all on the spot. Shout out to Planet Asia and A Plus. So we all did a song that night, and you know, I had got some footage and I posted it, but me and Statik definitely gonna put in a lot of work. You know what I mean? Because he played a lot of dope beats. He got a lot of dope production he's sitting on that kind of fits my sound and my
For
style.
sure. Yep.
So when the time is right, I'm gonna lock in with Statik Selektah, hopefully, and probably get a whole project in.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's so funny. I couldn't believe that because you know, yesterday just doing some scrolling, I saw you there in the studio. So that's really dope. Looking forward to that. So obviously working with Statik Selektah, who are some other producers that you want to work with who you haven't yet, either dream producers or even people in the underground who you see doing good work?
I want to work with Rock Marcy, whether it be Rock Marciano, whether it be him producing something for me or him rapping on something with me. That's one of my favorite artists too. Let's see, production wise, there's a lot of dope producers, man, and I'm working with a lot of the dope producers. But I would say, someone I haven't worked with, probably somebody like a DJ Quick. I would want to work with like a DJ Quick. You know, and even like a Dr. Dre, you know what I mean? Just because I'm into the whole West Coast sound too, you know, just the whole vibes and the whole, you know,
The funk.
sonically the way that, you know, yeah, the funk that they bring to the game. So I think that should be dope to get on, because East Coast beats and like boom bap and hip hop, that's what we do on this side. You feel me? That's regular for me. So I think, you know, I would want to probably work with some of the West Coast producers just to try different sound and stuff like that.
Ooh.
But yeah.
Yeah, that sounds dope. You know, on a West Coast sound, I like that. I would like to hear that for sure. So you definitely like to stay busy. 2 solo projects last year, Returner to Oro and Uptown Bandits, right? And then it was 2
Yeah.
collab projects also with Planet Asia.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
most recent one, Pharaoh Chain, and then Scriptures in the Sky with G4.
Yeah.
So a lot of music, a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
I
man. Shout
also,
out to G4 Jag. That's my
yeah,
brother, man.
let's get into that a little bit. So he was up here on Cape Cod doing some creating. So I was like, yo, somebody's on Cape doing some hip hop, because it's very rare that anybody homegrown is doing it. It's pretty much old white people out here. So it's very rare to find people doing it, and then somebody from the outside coming here to create. I found that very interesting. So I was able to link with him, have a good conversation with him, talk about your relationship, how you guys met up, and the Scriptures in the Sky project.
Yeah, I met G4 Jag at a trust event. It was like a trust dinner we was having with 38 Special and everybody that's like a part of his trust army. You know what I mean? And me and him just clicked. He's an uptown nigga. He from Harlem. He not too far from where I'm from, you know, the Washington Heights. And we just clicked, to be honest. And I always thought, since I started listening to G4 Jag, I always liked his sound, like his voice and just the way he raps, and he really live a lot of the shit he rap about. You know, he's real stand up. So me and him just ended up doing a whole. It turned into, like, you know, 1 or 2 songs. Next thing you know, we had a whole project together, and we just like, you know, let's just drop this for the people, for New York City.
That's dope. So I was going to ask a little bit about the process of that album, and I guess your creative process in general, how it differs when it's a solo project versus a collab project, like with you and G4. Kind of, how does it go with picking the beats, you know, deciding who's going first on the song? How does that work, and how does your process differ when you do a solo project?
Yeah, I mean, it's different because when you do a collab project, it's like it has to be 50-50, or it has to be like, yeah, we have to come to a mutual agreement as far as we like all the songs, artwork, you know, titles, whatever, how we gonna promote it. Everything has to come to an agreement when you're doing a collab project. And me and Jag did that. Me and Jag actually did that whole album together. Like, it wasn't like I sent him a song, he sent me a song. No, we like I said, we both from New York City, and we both clicked. So we was just running studio to studio together, you know, smoking weed. G4 Jag like to pop mad bottles, popping bottles, crashing scooters, having fun making this project together, like really
Dope.
going crazy together. So that's why that project is special to me because that was like the first collab project I did with somebody like in real life, real time together. So it was fun, and it was organic. Me and him kind of like, we on the same page. So like beats that he might pick, I might already like, I might like already, and beats that I bring to the table, he might like already. So, and it was just a vibe. Like Love Kills, that was a vibe. You feel me? That was produced
Mm-hmm.
by Fredo the Beat, man. He came to my studio and we did that, man. And it was just one of them nights.
Awesome.
And then
Yeah.
as far as my solo projects, then the uh the process is different because I got full control of that. You feel me? Like I say what songs I want to put, what beats I want to use, what we're gonna call it, artwork, everything like that. And the only difference is that I'm just in the lab most of the time creating solo, but it's the same, almost the same process. The beat got to push my pen to write. Once that happens, then the rest is history.
Got you. So that's your process in general. You'll get the beat and then you write, or just sometimes you have some inspiration and then you just write and then you might find a beat later. It's always beat first
Most
and
of the
then the
time,
words
yeah. Most
come.
of the time, I'm an artist. Like I like to hear. I need to hear the beat, and like I sometimes I'll write but most of the times I'm in the lab on the spot listening to the beat, and then once I find a beat that I like, then I start vibing and writing
Mhm.
and getting to work.
Yeah, that really comes across. Like when you're listening to your music, especially start to finish, that full body, a lot of the songs I feel like I'm there next to you with how descriptive it is, and how you're bringing the listener into your world. So
Got you.
props. It sounds
Appreciate
good.
that.
It sounds really good, man.
Nah, I appreciate that, bro.
Wolves in London, that was one of my favorites. I think that one doesn't have any drums, so that was like a really cool vibe off that project. Harlem to the Heights and Love Kills, those were some of my favorites off of that one.
Yeah, nah, that whole project is dope, man. Shit is a classic.
Speaking of a dope project, I'm sure this new one coming out with O Finess, No Squares in My Circle, will also be just as dope. Let's talk a little bit about that collaboration and what that process was like. I believe did you go out to Denver to record some or most of that?
Yeah, I mean, O Finess, I came across O Finess's music online and I thought he was really dope. You know what I mean? I reached out and so it was almost the same thing. He sent me one song to get on, and then I sent him a song to get on. And I was sending him another song, and then he sent me the next thing he's like, man, we might as well just like that. And that's how it usually happens because uh I like to work with that kind of energy, man. Like, that like if I'm a fan, and you sending me a song, it's gonna make me want to focus more. Like it's gonna push my pen. You know what I mean? I'm inspired. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. When I come across good music that
Mm-hmm.
inspires me, man, I wanna work. So it was just basically that situation. Man, we inspired each other, and he flew me out to Denver and just to meet him in real life, because at the time we had like 10 songs already that we have done, just sending back and forth. We had 10 songs done in a matter of like a week or two. So he's like, yo, why don't you just come out here? So I came out there, and he's a solid dude, man. Like O Finesse, he about to be the how should I say, the poster boy for Denver, Colorado. I haven't heard of no popping artists, or I really haven't came across nobody that before that had Denver on the map. So I think O
Mm-hmm.
Finesse got something special because he got a nice team. He got his producer Clever Schemes, who arranged the whole project for us as far as like the track listing, and had a lot to do with the production. And he shot all the videos for No Squares in My Circle.
Cool.
So I like how his team was moving out there in Denver. It kind of reminded me of how I move with my team over here in New York City, and it
Mm-hmm.
inspired me. I actually came back from Denver way more motivated to, to work.
Step it
And
up,
then
or you saw, yeah,
yeah,
inspired, right? Being inspired.
inspired definitely. So that's basically and the album is crazy. We both on some fly player shit. We talk to the women. You know what I mean? We talk to the niggas too, but we like to talk more to the women. You feel me?
Okay, fly. We on that fly shit on this one.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. It's real fly, real pimpy on this album.
That's dope. I was gonna ask if there was a specific sound, so we know where kind of the lyrical themes will be. What about the production? I saw that there's a lot of different, or a few different producers on the album. You guys got a lot of features. Um, is there anything else you could add to what the overall sound will be? Is it more like a classic sound? You obviously, I would assume it's more of a
Man,
classic
I'm
sound. That's
gonna
kind of
tell
what you
you like,
have in general.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. This is gonna change the sound in general. Like, it's gonna change the sound in general. I'm gonna just tell you from an underground standpoint, because you know what underground music sounds like, and you know, I'm not saying that it's getting saturated on the underground, but like when you think of underground, you think of a certain
There's
type
a
of
certain
sound.
sound that you think
Yeah,
about. Exactly.
I'm about to change that whole shit right now. Like that, when you hear no squares in my circle, it's gonna be that sound, but it's different. Like I'm telling you,
Mm.
like I can't even explain it. When people ask me to explain them my sound or my style, like the easiest response is like, I'm a smooth criminal. You feel me?
Yep.
Like I'm smooth, but I'm still a criminal. You feel me? So just that's the easiest way for me to explain no squares in my circle. This shit gonna be crazy. It's like like if Michael Jackson was in the underground type shit. Like it's gonna be
Hey,
crazy.
dope. We gonna have some vinyls for that project?
Yeah, we're gonna have some vinyls for that project for sure, for sure. I just negotiated a vinyl deal, and then we also gonna do cassettes and CDs for that album too, man. That's gonna be a big album.
That's awesome, man. So I mean, I that's a big thing coming back. Obviously, vinyl, even the cassettes. You know, I see you have prints, really dope merch, stuff like that. Uh, I forgot where I was going with that. But
The merch, yeah.
merch, yeah. But let's go back to Colorado. So that's actually a place I'm kind of trying to go next, where I would like to be. I visited out there. It's just beautiful. It's different out there, and you know, my
Definitely.
next move is to try to get into radio and see what more I could do with this. So definitely, I will be on the lookout for O Finess. But what is it like out there during this COVID situation that we have going on right now?
Where in Denver?
In Denver or Colorado in general, is it pretty similar
It
to
was,
what you're experiencing in New
yeah,
York?
yeah, same, yeah, pretty much the same thing. You know, a lot of things are shut down, you know. But like honestly, I went out there to work with O Finesse, so it was like we were busy anyway shooting videos, and he was showing
That's
me
really what
around.
you were focusing on.
Yeah, he was showing me around the city. He did take me to a lot of fly spots to eat at, like, you know, the spots you will want to, when you go to another state, you want somebody to put you on to, you know, some good food. So he put me on to a lot of good food out there in Denver, Colorado, and then his peoples definitely put me on to a lot of good weed. The weed is good out there.
Of
The
course, of
people are
course.
friendlier out there. It's just
Yep.
it was a little quiet though out there, and then, you know, it's because of COVID. Everybody in the house, not too much is open.
Hmm.
But you know, I love the experience. It was cold as hell. You know what I mean? We
Got
was
to
on
get
the
your good
mountains
jacket on.
freezing. Yeah, we was on the mountains freezing for a little bit, but it was worth it. You know.
Yeah, it's worth it, man. Every time I go out there and I come back, I'm definitely inspired to do something. And yeah, I love it out there. So I look forward to getting out there, hopefully this year, to do some stuff. But obviously, you know, COVID is a thing that's going on. I'm sure it put, you know, a damper on what you were going to do last year. Can you talk about some of those plans you might have had and how you were able to adjust, or what you adjusted to doing that would have been different?
Um, shit. When the whole COVID thing happened, man, like it was crazy because we were on a crazy momentum. I remember I was on a crazy wave. We had just I had just dropped that video with Planet Asia for his album Resurrect, or Pharaoh Resurrected or something like that. Trust the Chain, the one he did with a Special. So we had this whole movement with Trust, and then everybody's individual movement, and it was getting crazy. I would have pictured myself already on tour by this time if COVID
Touring
didn't
for sure.
happen, or doing shows. But then this happened, and it kind of like it slowed up as far as like you can't have any event, like, you know, I was doing pop-up shops and stuff to bring the fans out to interact with them, and just get them, you know, touch the people in real life and have them, so, you know, they come through, they support you, they buy merch, they buy vinyl, so stuff like that. I can't do that. But you know, I went back to the basics just when COVID happened. I just started, all right, we can't do shows, we can't do events. All right, so I'm gonna just make more music,
Hmm.
drop more albums, shoot more videos, and just make sure by the time COVID is done for, y'all know exactly who I am. You feel me? Like that's how I looked at it. Y'all going by the time 2021 is over, y'all, everybody gonna know who I am, whether it's like up there, mainstream, underground. That's how I looked at it. So that's how while I'm working at a pace that I'm working, I want to
Mhm.
build my catalog. I want to grab people's attention while I got it. And, you know, like I said, I'm real confident in my sound because I know I don't sound like nobody. You feel me? Like,
Mhm.
I'm not out here trying to sound like, you know what I mean? Like anybody. So I'm real confident in that. So hopefully the people, pay attention to the details, and shit just been working like that lately. So this year I got a whole schedule lined up, like No Squares in My Circle, the 26th. Then I got an album with Ninth Wonder. Like, can't nobody really tell me nothing. Who got to make an album with Ninth Wonder? Like,
I
nigga
was
don't
gonna
produce for
ask.
Jay-Z, my
I
nigga.
thought I
Come
heard his
on.
tag on a beat, or I heard you say Ninth Wonder on the beat. I'm like, hold on. I was looking for it. I was like, I don't know, but yes, I did hear that correct, and there's more to come. That's great.
Yeah, man. You definitely heard that. I needed to give the people a sample so they know that's in the works. I couldn't believe it myself, but the album is done. Me and Knife got a whole album that's done, and it's dropping in February. We're just in the point
February,
of, yeah, hopefully we know February, maybe early March. We'll
first
see.
quarter. We'll say first
Yeah,
quarter.
yeah. So we just getting like the final little touches on it and shit. Got Knife scratching on this shit. You know, this shit gonna be crazy. Like I'm trying to tell niggas, like, man. And I'm surprised, like me and Nath, we sound really good together. It's crazy. It's like I don't even try to rap on his beats. It just sound good. I literally just talk or breathe, and it's just
I'm
something
not
about
surprised. I'm not
the
surprised, man.
yeah, it's something about my slow flow on his like
The way he
Jay Dilla.
samples and
Yeah, that
produces is
sounds
amazing.
crazy.
That
Yeah,
fits.
yeah.
Really dope. So what I was thinking before, I think when we were talking about the merch, is you and your record label. So you are independent. It's Boss Don Records, right?
Nah, it's not Boston Records. I'm actually, um, I'm actually in the works of getting my label situated and shit. Right now, I'm just an independent artist. Um, Moose, I got my team, but we still going about the whole label situation as far as like what name we wanna brand and logos and stuff like that. So right now it's Pharaoh Dawn. Pharaoh Dawn
Hold on.
Records and shit, but
Gotcha.
yeah.
So
Boston Records, we not jacking that no more. You know what I mean? That's not something we ride. We don't ride that wave no more. You feel me?
understood, understood. Um, so Pharaoh Don, obviously you're artists on there. Do you have other artists with you on that label? Who should I be looking out for next?
You should look out for O Finess, me and him dropping. You should look out for Izzy Hot. Izzy Hot's been on a few of my projects. He dropped a project himself last year. We're almost done with his project, and it should be dropping. He got a lot of dope features on it. I'm on it. Um, who else? And right now, that's basically my label right now. Those are the artists I'm really pushing right
Mhm.
now. And then I got like 4 or 5 in-house producers that are with me. You know what I mean? Calico, the Hitman, Fuego, OMZ. And I got those producers that I'm pushing as well. You feel me? Getting them placements and stuff like
Dope,
that on other projects.
dope, man, really dope. Looking forward to all the new work. You mentioned earlier that you're Dominican. My girlfriend is Dominican, so I'm up on the Brugal,
Man,
and
yeah, yeah,
I just
yeah.
got my
You got
domino
good. You
set
got
for
good
my crib.
taste. You got
That's
good
it.
taste, Poppy. You heard?
We trying. What else do I need to know? What should I bring to a Dominican party? A phrase, we know about the Brugal type of
Oh,
food. Give me something that I should know.
I mean, shit. Uh, you know, uh, uptown in New York, Dímelo and Tato, those phrases is real. That's like, I mean, Dímelo is like, yo, what up? Like, how's it going? Like, what's the word? What you doing? And then Tato is like how we end every conversation. It's like, yeah, okay. All right, that's what's up.
All
Yeah,
right,
Tato. Like,
tato.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Dope.
So some lingo, and then shit, if you got a real if your wifey really Dominican, you know what y'all should be eating in breakfast. You know what to bring her in breakfast, man. I don't even gotta say nothing, man.
She handles all that. She
Oh,
handles
all
all that.
right, then you
I'll
good.
heat it up. I'll heat it up the next day. I'll heat it up the correct way. No microwave. We got to do it the right way. But she in charge of that. I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah, had she put you on to like the mango and the like with the yeah, you know what they
A
call it? They
little
call that the The tres golpe.
I think I need some more of that, but you know, we on the Tostones. I had a little
Oh yeah.
bodega
Oh,
deli
yeah.
spot right around, you know, when I was on Long Island. You know, there's a lot of Spanish people out there, and you know, I love that ethnic food for sure, and the culture.
Yeah, nah, yeah, facts, facts. We appreciate it, bro.
Musalini, thank you so much for taking the time to have this conversation. Really looking forward to the album No Squares in My Circle and whatever else we have to come in 2021. Definitely keep us updated and let the people know where they can follow you, find you, how they can connect with you.
Yeah, man. Y'all can follow me at the Musalini on Instagram, at the Musalini, on Twitter, YouTube. You could just Google the Musalini. You can hit up my personal website. This is my official website, themusalini.com. So you can get all your exclusive merch, you know what I mean? Shirts, CDs and shit. And then we got you know, like I said, 2021 is gonna be a big year, man, for your boy Moose, aka Pharaoh Dawn. So my word to the people is just stay tuned, man. We coming.
Stay tuned, everybody. Make sure you follow, make sure you connect. Musalini, once again, thank you very much. Hopefully we'll talk soon and looking forward to the new work.
Yeah, so I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for spreading the word. Thank you for having me on the show, man. You know what I mean? I wish you the same love and success and support, bro. We here. You heard?
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. Tato.
Yes, sir. Tato, dímelo. You already, bro.
Peace, bro.
Peace, bro.
And there you have it, y'all. A great interview, great hip hop conversation there with the Musalini, hip hop artist coming out of uptown New York City, representing the underground, representing lyricism, representing the essence of hip hop.
My weed be designer, smoking peach cobbler in the streets, trust not a bit the G's pull up on ya. Fuck your syllables and your wordplay. Run up in your spot if we know where the birds stay, that's why I play it low. You niggas look thirsty. Me, I'm in the cut, throwing Henny in my Slurpee. 4-door Suburban, put the work in the Bergen, vinyl selling out. Yeah, I'm shipping out to Berlin. The fire keep